Alright everyone, welcome back to our 4v4 Gunslinger against Divine Generation. Currently, DS is in the hole, Dhan sweeping us so far to our third person of 4 with his Shadow Paladins. So we now move on to Skyzlimitz, who decides to use Nova Grapplers. And everyone is quiet.
Sorry, that was me telling Shotaro what I saw in that match.
Oh.
Because I honestly would say it's kind of really bad to have a Gold Paladin deck that can't shuffle. Like, Catchful isn't the only method that Gold Paladins have to shuffle, but you need more than just Legion to shuffle, because most Legions, after you do it, you're going to immediately Superior Call and send 3 units to the bottom of the deck. And then for each trigger that is,
Teaching him the ways of
you've
the
just
Gold
lost
Paladin.
those triggers.
Is it sad that Nova didn't really teach me how to Gold Paladin? I learned on my own.
Well, you're different.
You learned from fighting me a lot.
No, it's actually more a matter of
You're
you
still
realize I
different.
never actually. Yeah, of course we're still different, but like, I taught myself how to Gold Paladin. I'd ask a question every now and then, just like, what does this do? What does that do? Blah blah. Is this how it's
Well, see,
done?
that's a good way to learn it, except even if that's what Shotaro did.
How the hell did I go from CFA to
didn't
look
do
at
that.
YouTube really quick, and then I go back to the match and he's already at 3 damage?
I kind of missed if there was a crit.
No, it's not a matter of a... Yeah, there was a crit on the last turn.
This guy likes to crit spam.
He's got a lot of crits in the deck if you've noticed his trigger.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he... Well...
It's at least 8 and 4.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Because he does run draw triggers.
That's what I was thinking. It might be 8 and 4.
But he just so happens to be able to get a lot of them into hand into his drive checks at once. And then combine that with the fact that he legions them back.
Yeah. Well,
Not to
at least
mention,
it wasn't nearly as bad as me with the Great against Rin. That was mean. I'm sorry, Rin. It was undeserved. It was undeserved. I intentionally got it to where there was only crits in my deck. It was
Skyzlimitz uses Beast Deity Yamada Drake, which is basically, if I had to describe it, it's basically Sanzara Light.
What?
A grade 3 that gains 3k when it stands, instead of 5k like Sanzara.
Oh yeah. I would honestly see it for 2 things: either not PG, Stride Fodder, or...
Well, 1, it's dry fodder, 2, it's faster than Sanzara because it's not generation break based.
By the way, he could have given
He did that backwards.
Starlight Hedgehog's ability to Randball, right?
Yes, he absolutely could have.
That's what I thought.
He actively decided to do it differently.
I legit don't I don't understand this.
I think he's just trying to get every single Revenger on the field off of the field, so that Dan has to use more hand in order to get them back.
So, I mean, I guess that would make sense, but it's just like, damn.
To be honest, the problem is that's not the correct way to do this situation. So Dhan isn't guarding, so we get stand trigger. That was not a good use of stand trigger. Because now Vic 10 does nothing. If I was Sky, I would have actually gave the power to Ramble and stood that, so that I could stand Starlight Hedgehog and give her power from Vic 10's ability and just have that as a 23k column.
By the way, we might see the end of the game right now.
No. Not yet.
Yeah.
Unless he crit spams.
He didn't have a grade 3 in hand at the time, and Skylimitz kind of rushed the situation based on the idea that was probably the case. Let it die.
It's not worth keeping.
It's not. It's an 8K.
Oh, there's the special perfect guard.
That was Abyss, Perfect Guard, and Critical Trigger.
Well, it's not endgame, but it sure did, kind of fuck Skylimitz in the asshole.
Well, Skylimitz does still have a chance to win this if he can stride into Vic Plasma and put a unit behind the Vanguard. Then he still has a chance of being able to do something. Especially with Victor as his Vanguard. Because with Victor, he could actually counterblast one and stand the behind Vanguard so that it could stand again. So that it can attack boosted again, and then it'll gain 5K.
He's striding, gets Vict Plasma.
So put a unit behind Vic Plasma.
The hell?
I don't understand. I don't understand.
I don't understand! I'm so confused.
That feels like the opposite of what he should have done. The exact opposite of what he should have done. In that case, he might as well have moved the wrench up, put fucking Red Lightning behind Vanguard, and then put Energy Girl behind the wrench. With what he did, that would have been the better option. So now discard to restand. There's actually a chance that Dan can't guard the second attack from the Vanguard. No, he's got to.
Nope, he can guard.
But the rear guard is going to attack boosted
Right.
for 21. So yeah, Energy Girl is going to go back to the deck and stand the wrench. So it's going to be a 21k attack to the Vanguard. Oh, I'm sorry, 25.
Still had enough, though.
He had barely enough, but it was enough.
And that might
The only way that, yeah. I was gonna say the only way that Sky could live is if that card in hand was somehow
Not a
a
Revenger.
sword breaker. But the odds of that were almost impossible.
They were impossible. I know Dan's deck.
Well, I haven't seen any heal triggers on Sky's side yet.
He drive checked one
Oh.
in the.
He drive checked one last turn, so we have 3 in deck.
Right. That wasn't a trigger. No guards. I don't know what it is.
It was a
Heal.
heal.
Heal trigger.
Heal and Blaster Dark Abyss.
Heal trigger? No.
Nope.
Well, shit. Moving on to potentially the last match. Alright, catch y'all soon.